Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play Star Citizen. Episode number, still not sure, so I've still got to edit and catch up where it's supposed to be, but it's 3.2, 3.1, and this is INVICTUS still, and we are doing a DreamCon today. I actually did a mistake. I went all the way to INVICTUS, got on the lift, and I was like, oh, wrong place. I think, and I was like, I don't know where it is, I think it's at the starport, so I just jumped off here, and I'm like, where am I? And I basically got off here and was like, okay, let's go into Plaza. Right over here. So, okay, is this the Starport one? Oh, fudge, that's the government. Oh, fudge, where am I? Maybe I can use this map here. Then I'll like, wait a minute, wait. Hangars! I'm at the Starport. So, unless I'm mistaken, and it looks like I'm not, because there's the DefenseCon 2954, May 25th, and May the 26th. And I'm recording this on the 26th technically, because it's 5:12 AM in the morning. It is this way. We have the Ironclad now too. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, oh, no, that's a Vistus. Ironclad 2. They got two variants of that. I think it's like $400 ish. Obviously, this should. Oh, I don't know if it would be here or not because we talk about it in a minute. Let's find the location first. Okay, yeah, there's a sign going the right way. Oh, also, I don't know if I mentioned last episode, I don't think I 100% knew, I mentioned the MK1, oh, I can remember, man, you came at the ground! Is it the MK1, basically all the variants of the Hornets. After this event, you can't buy them again, and they are gone. Basically, if you own one, they'll still update it, and it's going to be classed as like a classic and stuff. So it's going to work in game in that, but you will not be able to buy them again in game or out of game. They did state there may be opportunities to get them, so I'm thinking a bit with the golden ticket they did with the F8 Lightning. You know, so they had an event here and there, but generally the Hornets will be gone. Replacing them is of course the Hornet M2 variant that's come out this time. And they did say the stuff like the Ghost and stuff, the other variants, they will be bringing M2 versions of them out. So if you want that classic one, hopefully you already got it in your buyback or you already got a copy of it, because when this episode goes up they are gone, because again I'm not even sure when this episode is going to go up at this point, so probably about 2 months after this is finished. Okay, am I going the right way? Oh, here we go. DreamCon, not allowed in INVICTUS, so they did it themselves. Dragonflies on this side. My Herald. Again, to me, probably the nicest or the best, for me personal opinion, in-game small ship interior. You know, for like one player, small ship interior. It's small, it's cozy, I like it. The only one that I competed with was the Mustang Beta. Or Beta, as you want to call it, but they changed that. They had like a caravan feel before they changed it. It's still good, but not as good. And I mean for small, because basically it's a rocket attached to it. That's what the Herald is. The Herald, like I said, is a data runner ship, and I like it. That's why I haven't got rid of it. Because obviously my Mercury was a better data runner ship. Okay, correction, a bigger data runner ship. Basically, but this is like a dragster, so I can use it for drag racing, and I can use it for getting in and out of small jobs for data running, where my Mercury is more for everyday jobs and for big jobs for data running. Okay, so looks like, I'm assuming the other side is just 2 lifts as well, and there's just these pictures different. Yep, they are. So we get down there, and then hopefully tomorrow's episode, oh sorry, next week's episode for you, I can include whatever the last day thing is, which is generally just a few military suits and stuff, and weapons, and find the 890 jump run. But yeah, this version, like I said, there's a new Ironclad, there's a regular version, what's cargo, and there's a military version, and from the picture you can, I think the armoured version was, the military was a bit different, but it looks like at least one of them you can fit 4 tonks in it. Okay, we can look at this very quickly. You can have a very quick scan. Oh, okay. That's not a Drake. I expect them to just be all Drakes. Apparently, it's everything. So these are the ships that will be here. The Caterpillar, the Corsair. Oops, sugar hit RSI. Completely messed that up. Where's it gone? Where's Drake gone? The black, the red. These should all be here. Steel. The cutter. There's a little preview. The scout version of it. The dragonfly. Herald. And not all of them will be on this list either. This is just ones you can rent. Actually, I think all these ones at Flyable will be rentable here, won't they? Thinking about it. There's the Herald. My rocket. If I'm not mistaken... Well, correction. I was going to say, not mistaken, it's the only Drake I own, but actually I have a Dragonfly, don't I? So it's not. I wouldn't mind the Vulture, but Prouty picked it up and he hasn't been on Sims, what sucks. Trying to get him, just real life things and be able to get on, but I was trying to get him back on so we could actually do salvage in it. But I would like a salvage ship, but I don't really want it the Vulture because... And there's nothing wrong with the Vulture, I like it, but for one, he had it, and two, I thought it'd be cool to have something else. I prefer like a Misk version or something. And I wouldn't mind trying it, but even that's the first ship in game where, actually the first thing in game it's allowed us to do a bit of crafting with that baby. Only basics like the med pen, not the med pens, the, what do you call it, multi-tools, basically, in it. Like the salvage and stuff, and the mining ones, the medical one. I think medical ones in there you can craft it too. Obviously I've not been able to confirm it myself, but I would love to get like a Misk version of this. Like, I just feel the entry level salvage needs more than one ship. But with mining, you know, technically mining has only has one ship too, but right now, but they also have ground vehicle mining. Like this we don't have any ground salvage mining. You see what I'm saying? And also mining then jumps up to the fudge. What's it called? The one with the free. Obviously, it'd probably be in this list. Or at the bottom of these anyway. Oh, I feel like the Rambler. There's the Mule. Okay, are they on here? RSI, I'm thinking? There's Auroras. My next Mantis, Scorpius. There's the new Medivac. Medivac, without its wheels apparently. Time to load. Are you Misk? Yeah, you actually look like a Misk. It's a Misk, isn't it? Freelancer. Oh, and of course, his military's not going to show them, are they? Duh, Barry. Duh, Barry. Not going to show them. Okay, we're back to this. But yeah, I was trying to say you got like the Prospect. I can't think of its name. That's what I was looking there for. The mining ship was the next stage up for 3 people and stuff. And then there's a really big one in the works. Like they've got a nice progression. Then of course you've got the rock on the ground, and you got the DS on the ground, you got the hand mining, salvage basically has the hand mining, and the vulture. And then if I'm not mistaken jumps up to the reclaimer. That's it, right now. So they need a medium in the middle. They also need some hands for salvaging. So we're missing hands for salvaging. Okay, correction, we have hands. That's the multi ground, as in driving the ground vehicle for salvaging they're missing. And they're missing a nice middle ground for salvaging right now. But obviously I wouldn't mind a like Prospector get another starting one on the side. Because technically the other one, the one with the 3, you could use as your starting one if there's a group of 3 of you doing it. So you don't even have to really go from the Prospector to that triple one. Really, unless there's 3 of you, or you have an AI crew. So most individuals will be skipping that one anyway. I kind of want to look it up quick. Citizen mining ships. The origins, the Orion, ORION. That's the big, massive one. That's like the end game one, if you want to go that far. Surface mining, sub mining. Mining vessels. Missed prospector, like I said. Mole, there it is. I'll go Mole. Mole, that's the one. And then they've got an RSI Astra. Oh, I forgot they brought that one out. So that's a large multi-crew. So there's a nice medium one for you. Then you got the RSI Orion. Like, O-R-I-O-N. Like, Orion, isn't it? Orion, sorry. So yeah, so they've got at least one. 2 of them being made right now, but basically in the work 1, 2. With the Mole for in the prospect. 4 main mining ships right now. To go up that ladder when the game launches. Not including the ground vehicles and the hands. If I do the same thing... I put mining ships up mining and still registered it. Salvage ships. I'd be surprised if there's anything more than a Vulture right now. And the Redeemer, like I stated. I got the multiple attachments, the Drake Vulture, the Reclaimer. That's basically it. That's what you have right now. So I love maybe another entry level by MISC or on a medium one for people who like salvage. I'll probably stick to the entry level one and do a bit on the side. Anyway, I get focused on Drakon. Okay. And one thing I like with Drakon over Thingy, everything's literally on one floor. There's normally a little back room back there, but it's one floor, just go round. So we'll start off with the Cuddy. Are you the regular Cuddy? Are you the black Cuddy? Well, that's the regular Cuddy. Are you the steel? What Cuddy are you? You are a regular Cuddy. Obviously, Priority owns one of these when he ever gets back on. Obviously, you can jump out here for EVA-ing or, you know, boots on the ground, etc. As I just demonstrated. Obviously, being Drake, it basically does what it says on the tin. This baby, as you see, has got quite a good hull. Cargo, where I can fit a few vehicles in. Looks basically like the like stuff like the mules, the new bikes, the dragonflies. I think a rock fits in the back here. As you can see, they don't really go fancy. You know, bin bags covered in wires. Like what you're gonna do. This is normally, I think, a 2 to 3 player ship, hence 2 people flying. And then a turret, so we're going up to 3 players. 1, 2. And they got, I guess with 2 beds means really 2 player. I guess that makes sense. 1 person flying, the other person there, and if he needs 2 jumps in the turret. They've got obviously gun racks for them, we can see 4. They don't have a toilet anymore. They got obviously here, I don't know if these actually work right now, but it's probably where you can access inventory stuff. This one looks like the steel to me from glancing at it. It looks like all the things aren't loaded up properly yet, whatever. This one is, I have no use for this in my group, but this would be a great ship for a very smallish organization, and I mean smallish as in about 16 people, 20 people. This would be perfect for them. The reason why, it's literally a drop ship. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12. That's 18 people. 18 in the back of this. As well as having, remember, using this one, you know, boots on the ground, minigun, etc. Again, another one. There's a lot more firepower in this particular quality than the others, but again, you have to actually have the players to use that firepower. As you can see, 3 of them. So theoretically, think of that, 18 players, 3 people using them guns. That's 19, 20, 21. And then you go into the main area. Basically same setup as before. So someone on the turret, like I said, 22. Someone flying, 23. And if you really wanted to push it, someone in that seat, 24. So you have 24 players in this thing. Hence why I said for a small-ish guild, and I don't mean tiny. I mean basically, I consider probably a super tiny guild is 4 or 5 players. You know, maybe up to 10-ish, 12-ish. But then when you start getting to the 15, 20-ish, 30-ish, you're a small guild. Once you start getting to 50, 60, you get into the medium, you know, over 100, 200, 300, you're getting large, you know, then you get extra, etc, etc. That's why I'm saying like a small guild. I'll jump in at least one of these for you. So that's the reason why this ship has no reason for me. Because basically I'll be flying around with probably Priority in it, SupernovaTiffy, and literally we have someone in a turret in the back seat. We don't need all them seats, and it takes up the room. Obviously you can't fit vehicles in it, and when I say that, you might be able to fit them new bikes in the middle. That's that small, but with exception of them, you won't be different vehicles in this. Obviously, if SupernovaTiffy's in the top turret, that means Priority's got to use one of the 3 side guns, dash back gun.
These are dangerous times. That's why Interplanetary builds ships.
You got a gun on the side there too. See, and around the tail end. Is that another gun? I'd use that.
For your family.
Unless one of the seat uses that. I've never seen that before. I don't think the other cutties have that. And I know they might get. I think the cutty gets a tractor beam at some point, unless that's the tractor beam. But like I said, the ship is nice. It's just I have no use for it. I feel it's one of them ships that if you're in a reasonable group, you do like 20 feet of you playing, this is a great ship. Especially if you like a lot of FPS, you want to land and get in there. So is that a tractor beam? Oh, is that a gun? So I don't see any way of activating it other than the back seat. Because obviously the pilot won't have access to that if it shoots from the back. Unless it's a tractor beam so we can flip over to it. What U-Class does. Oh, did you tell me then? I saw it come up. That's what I want to see. What does that say? I can't see what it says. That's just enter, okay. So I'm not sure how you access that. Maybe it's a tractor beam and the pilot swaps over because it's that seat. But if it's a gun, I can't see the pilot using it because it's not going to do anything. Unless he can jump to it. As far as I know, the others don't have that. Oh, there we go, the mules. These are basically a one-person little mule, as it's called. Basically a little truck. Can we get in? What am I doing? I just what? I just got one for free. I already own one of these. I want to get in a seat. Apparently got this set up weird. I'm gonna be able to get one of these.
We've all been there. Some ship pops up on your scanner and they don't look friendly.
No, I just got rent.
You could try to call
Whatever reason.
the Navy.
Okay, anyway. You basically, obviously you can see with that being open, it sucks you in and you're sitting in it. You take it out because it gets quite small off some of the vehicles. You then go and you can put, I think, up to 3 boxes on there. Just basically for picking stuff up, and 3 on there. Here. So basically, it helps you when you're delivering stuff. Okay, rescue. So this is the medical one. Well, obviously it's a lot more valuable now. Because we can now spawn in these beds. Even you got to be quite close to it. This is, again, I get mixed up tier 1 to 3. Hypothetically, say tier 1 is the best, tier 3 is the worst, and this is a tier 3 bed. If it's a way round, it's a way round. But this is the worst bed. And as you see, it has 2 beds. And I'm trying to think of the price of this off my head, and the Pisces. Because they're probably 2 of the cheapest ways to get a medical bed now. With the exception of the ground mech, the rover they just brought out. But we literally in this episode, I glanced through and clicked on it and didn't have the wheels, remember, earlier. So with the exception of that, these are the 2 cheapest ways. This is the Pisces, medical Pisces, of having a bed. And this one is probably the cheapest way if you want 2. Because look, you get 2 of them. 2 beds. As you can see, this one has 2 beds here, because the idea this one's supposed to be roughly a 5. If you say anyone's a 2-player ship, then this will be a 4-player ship. If the other one, if you go 2 people in the seats and 1 in the turret, it's a 3-player ship, then it's a 5-player ship. Because you have the 2 beds of the people at the back who are supposed to be looking after... Basically, it's an ambulance looking after everybody as you get them back to where they need to be. You can see it's a lot nicer and more sterile in here than the other Drakes. As you can also see, because it's cut-off point, it has a lot less cargo space. But again, with the new bikes, you can still fit. Probably have 2 new bikes in here, 2 of them. Fitting a rock in here might be tough. It might fit, but it's going to be tight. A Dragonfly, I believe if you can get it through this door, just park it here, it might fit. Just not sure if you get through the door or not. But some of the other vehicles, the other cutties could take, this won't be able to anymore. You can see some more medical things here. This is basically the same. 1, 2. And with one huge difference is the beds that this has a toilet. None of the cutties do. The original cutties used to have a bucket in a corner. Basically. This cutty has a toilet and a shower. That's the only cutty that does. Now we didn't, just redid everything. Okay. Now this is the blue one. This is basically a bounty hunter ship or a police ship, or UE ship, whatever you want to call it. And it has a, if I'm not mistaken, again I could be, I believe this has the most, at least now in game, bounty pods than any ship. Because you got Avenger has what, I think we counted it like a few episodes ago, was it 6? It was like 3 and 3. Obviously the Hawk has 1. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only other bounty ship in game currently. Obviously that bigger one, that the MK2, I think it was it the Odyssey MK2? What MK2 that I've got, but it's still in concepts, not out yet. That's supposed to have a rotating set of these, so I think it has something like 2 in it. No, it shows in the thing it has 1. It rotates, so that means that could literally be rotate minimum 2. What's the point of rotating if you only have 1? But that could be 2, that could be 6, that could be 12. I don't know. So as it stands, this has the most, and as you can see, has 3 of them sitting right there, followed by another 3 on the other side. That's 6. Exactly the same on the other side. It's 12 of these things. 12. So this theoretically, when bounty hunter is no longer kill on sight, and you have to bring them in live, or you have to bring back the dead bodies to prove you killed them or something. When that's finally implemented, you can basically do 12 bounties in a row with this thing before you have to head home. Jump on, do a whole 5-6 hour session, head back with your full bounties, and raking that money. Where the Hawk has to get 1, bring it back, get 1, bring it back, get 1, bring it back. The Avenger can do 6, and then got to bring it back. You can see these are more like locks, more like the medical cuddy. That one had bags, one had beds. This one's got like, what is this? Oh, the gun racks. So it's got gun racks. I guess that makes sense. You probably, again, the cutty's supposed to be 2 or 3 players, so theoretically you probably want somebody when you're travelling in the back with the guns, and of course when you come out, grab your guns, let go and capture bounties if they want to do it on foot. As you see, he is basically the same. And back to the turret. 2 beds. Again, no weapon racks over there. Oh, did I even see anything? I didn't really check. That's cool. So I can see the vitals. I never noticed that before. Obviously that's a standing thing, but eventually this will be working and do something proper. Let's go there. Okay. Are we done with one side? Yep. Okay, so we have the Caterpillar there. The new Ironclad, by the way, is possibly, what do you say, 8 to 10 times more cargo space than this. Look at the back first. So we should have some of their concept things like the Ironclad or the Kraken. And of course they're using Drake's stuff. The old like DOS stuff. And this is the Kraken. The Kraken has been released, and that means one thing: there's no putting it back. This attack carrier has changed the way militants operate forever, and when it comes to personal defense, there's one thing you never want to be falling behind. Protector and a beacon of their freedom in an often cruel universe, Drake Interplanetary has made this capital class ship available to all those tasked with safekeeping, those unable to protect themselves. The Kraken is both a sanctuary and a self-contained war machine, ready to take on the most daunting adversaries. And there's 2 variants of this. basically the one that doesn't attain, it's a military one, like it says, has space for people to land and shoot, yada yada yada. And then they have a kit or another variant that basically turns it into a flying shopping mall to compete with the brand new what's it called, merchantman, basically. As you can see. Again, I don't know how many players this one is, but it's going to be probably like a 10-12 player ship minimum, probably more. Like that, mate. So back here, cool. Oh, I thought they would have the ironclad back there. So I think last year they had the dragonflies back there. Is there another part I'm missing? Maybe up there, maybe the dragonflies out here, where the mules were. Anyway, this is the caterpillar. This was probably, how to get up there? One of the with the stairs. One of the biggest ships the game had when it was released. There's been a few that took that role, but this obviously had it at one point in time. And this was also one of the biggest money makers in the game when it got released. And the reason why people would fill the cargo up in this, because they had the most cargo in the game, as long as they could make it without a crash and no one killed them or they killed themselves. You know, you could rake millions in with this baby, but at the same time lose millions because of, like I just stated. Also, these are all supposed to be pods, what I believe it's supposed to be. I'm not sure if they can be changed out or not, but you can open them up. People have literally put tonks on them with like a pirate thing. There's a pirate variant of this actually. Obviously, you can get Furies in them, but they're supposed to be for cargo. As you can see, there's an open one there. It has a pod on the side. I think it's that. Actually, it could be the other side. One pod is for tractor beam, so that might be that, for example. It could be the other side. One pod is for you to pilot and fly, and it can't do it yet, but it's supposed to be to detach. The new ironclad is having that detached thing added to as well. This is supposed to be able to do the same. Okay, how do I get in again? You can see she's pretty damn big. I think it's a left. I can't remember if it's under at the side of it. As you can see here. Yeah, I feel back there's something. Drone repair. Well, if we get a chance, we'll nick back there. Okay, how do I get in you again? I know we've glitched in this ship once or twice on DrakeCon. I remember, I think we ended it on this ship with paralysis at one point, and I think we took screenshots he did of my head spinning or his or something. Because obviously he didn't just record his footage. I cannot remember the life of me how to get in you. There's one thing before this patch, I had the little dots that point directly to the location. Now they don't seem to be there. If they are there, it's more when you enter it. Ah, this could be an elevator. Ah, cool elevator. There it is. See, they're there now, but they're a lot smaller to find. That's how we enter. Up, and at them. As you can see, bin bags. That's what it says on the tin. Okay. So, which way should we go first? Engineering. Very sparky. Engineering station. I'm gonna get up a little bit. Boom, boom. There we go. As you can see. Hallway. That's that, yeah. I want to jinx it, but I feel the game's running better in DrakeCon. It's not getting on that freezing constantly as we did in the INVICTUS. Again, touch wood and stuff. Yeah, I think this is the basically the tractor beam. So that little pod just on the side. So you can like tractor beam the stuff in. I think it's remote tractor beam. More components. And command access. Here we go. This is the actual where you fly it from in this part. Doesn't yet, but will detach.
Defense Con's a great opportunity to take a look at the
And you can kind of see the size a little bit against some of the other ships here. One doesn't jerk.
And moving the gears of this empire.
But you see, so I went down that corridor basically. I think I'm in this side, and I went over the other side, and that's where the tractor beam is, on that wing. Okay. They do have a. This is one of the other Drake ships that does has a toilet as well. And I feel last time I tried to get to it, and it just kind of bugged on me, so that's why I gave up with it. But hopefully it's working today. Oh, and obviously as you can see, you know, 2 seats. So you can track the beam, a seat here and here. That might actually control something from the tractor. Support seat. Support seat. I believe the toilet and sink is down here. Oh, God, have I gone through the wall? Nope. Ugh. Yeah, I almost got stuck. There we go. Sink. Shower. I believe that's supposed to come out for the toilet. Obviously there's the beds for the crew. Of this little area. Oh, I guess the tractor beam's at the bottom of it then, not the other side. I thought it was. But then again, I came down and went across, didn't I? So it could be the other side still. So yeah, I think it's supposed to be 2 people running this altogether because of the beds. I don't think there's a 3rd bed anywhere. I could be wrong. Okay, what's that? PowerPoint access. EVA access on to EVA. Oh, so that's the other one. Okay, they got 2 there. There's one at the bottom, wasn't there? They got 2 though. Oh, maybe that's when this detaches because it won't have this anymore, would it? Okay, so we'll back this way. Should take me back. There we go. So the lift came in. Habitats, table, course Drake, wires hanging out. 2 more beds, okay, so 4 players. But again, if they had to, 2 players could do it, but with one of them moving around and doing the tractor beams and stuff, and the other one could help it just being still, and then of course, they could use these beds, they can use the other 2 when they escape. If not, you're leaving these 2 behind. But again, this is probably closer to everything in the rest of the ship. Yeah, these modules, I think you're supposed to change at some point. As you can see, they open from both sides. Yeah, nice ladder up here. So okay, if you've got all the cargo on the grid down there, so you can't really get past, you can over here. And I think this is just for closing or retracting. Oh, there it goes. See the sides. See, basically same cargo pod. Voila. Oh god, I didn't mean to grab the ladder. There's bingo. And what was his name? Oh. And we're here for closing the back. And up a turret, so you get attacked. Of course, can I jump over this? I'm gonna say down there. What's through here basically? That's what I was trying to show. I just thought it'd be easy to jump over, won't let me. And of course that's where they are. Basically, the ship. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in this back area quick before we carry on with the rest of the ships. I would say these are just... Well, this is supposed to be like an old hangar, isn't it? They put this in. It's just equipment from the hangar shut to the side. Or even in like a proper like arena or a coliseum or something, what you would call it. This is obviously it just does it in a hangar. So this is probably a bit like when we get our instant hangars back. Like this, won't it? I don't think anything this is to do with DrakeCon itself. Let's just put this to the side while we do our event. Okay, so now then, we're just over halfway because I don't think there's any huge ships to go in now. So they shouldn't take as long to go through, as long as we don't get any problems. Okay, this is the new Drake starter ship. Well, again, I already have my Aurora. Me and my daughter's got that name, so I don't want to give it up. But if we started, if my daughter wasn't here, and we started on day one with these ships, I might have gone with this. It's pretty nice. Clearly got like one bed. To me, getting this, why I have the Aurora is just pointless. I also technically have one of the Mustangs. Is it Mustang? I'm trying to think. It's not the Mustang. Is it the Misk version of their starter? But I had the news van version. As you see, a nice little table here. If you want to sit down, have a drink, a thingy, another little table. Like I said, tiny cargo. So if you got to do some boxes, probably put that new bike in here. And of course, one seater here. And if this is the one I'm thinking it is, it's got a screen on the floor. I might be thinking of a different Drake ship. Okay. Might be a different one. Maybe it's a Vulture or something. There's one where the screen's literally on the floor. See the cutter. So I said if you're just starting the game and you want to start a ship, it's not a bad one. And looks like it's even got a weapon rack here. And oh, this is where parts go, I think. If you like the kind of aesthetic where, you know, big wires all the place, duct tape everywhere, you know, bin bags, then this is. Oh, there we go, almost missed it. Toilet. I think it has one. Yep, it's one of the Drakes with a toilet. Emergency supplies. Oh, and shower, right? Yep. So he's got everything a new Star Citizen needs from the start. Okay, what are you? Are you another cutty variant? Because if you are, you have a lot more cargo. Oh god. No, let go. I didn't want to scan. Okay, toilet, bed. Yeah, he must be like a cargo variant of it then. Your back's bigger, isn't it? Well, what's the difference with you? Yeah, the back's definitely bigger.
That's why Drake Interplanetary builds ships that not only provide function and power at a price that we can all afford, but provide
So that's the Rambler.
for your family.
The brass of Drake heard what you had to say, and their answer was the Cud Rambler, building upon the original. So, oh, this is the sequel one, so to speak, the variant. And it preserves a full 2 SCU of cargo room while adding in request creature comforts and enough personal storage to make even a... Oh, okay. So this one added more comfort, so hence... But you lost a bit of cargo. But this is the regular cutty then. So yeah, out of the two I prefer the Rambler if I had to pick one. But I guess with the other one you could probably take a rock in it, with this one you can't. So yeah, so you got a bed, you got a thingy, nice little room here. So is everyone lacking all that then? So it's kind of... I just like the cargo's bigger. Cargo's definitely bigger. Oh yeah, you can see now, can't you? The bed's here, straight into the toilet, where the other one's got a nice desk and a seat thing. So they made this a lot smaller and that to give you more space here, but you could probably definitely fit a rock in the back of this now and a dragonfly. Okay, dragonfly maybe. If you angle it. Okay. So yeah, out of that and the Rambler, if I was picking one starter, I think I'll go with this baby. Unless I could only really afford one ship, and I guess. Because basically I was thinking this one and my next biggest ship will be the one that carries things for me, as in vehicles. But I guess if I can only afford one, and I wanted to do mining, I'll pick this one. But out of the two ships, I do like this right one more, the Rambler. Oh, we have a third Cuddy? Oh, cutter? What's this for variant? This looks brighter, but it doesn't have the thing here that the other one had. So what's the... Oh, so that's where the toilet is. So, other than being brighter, what's the difference with this one? Strip cutter. Strip cutter, packs 4 SCU cargo. Plate a wall up into the rough. Who are you? What do you want? Light through. Okay, I think it's just the colour twice, isn't it?
Stock up on one of Drake's versatile combat-tested ships, and it'll be the Outlaws that'll holler.
Oh, interplay, powering down the rough and tumble combat frame of the cutter. To the bare essentials, Drake took an already impressive ship and transformed it into an ideal scouting vessel. It's a scouting version, featuring improved radar. That's what that thing at the back was I grabbed by mistake. Radar and scanning capabilities paired with more power and cooling. Cutter Scout is ready to fly ahead of the pack. Okay, so theoretically this one can go more distance than these, and you can scan better. That's cool. Oh, here we go with Herald. You know, before we see inside, I do think this Rambler gives it a nice run for its money, definitely. There's more roomy and everything. Again, I don't remember seeing the Rambler last time, or if I did, I didn't remember going in it. Let me see if my favourite in small versions 2 holds up for me. Okay. So we get the one-on-one seat, so we'll do that first. But I don't believe this has to go past yet, so I can't wait till it does. I just don't want them changing the insides. But when I say that, I want them to obviously add the things we need. But I don't want them doing what we did the beta and just wrecking the insides. So I'm hoping they can fit other parts and that in it. Like I said, it's a rocket, basically. A seat. You basically strapped to a rocket. Okay, I better watch I don't get dehydrated here. My character's 49. Okay. Here we go. So you can see we got a nice weapon rack. Allows us to get out. Obviously bin bags. this Drake. Here's your nice little computer for your data running stuff. Your servers. Your bin bags, your bed. Your toilet. Again, run a few drakes at a time that had a toilet. Caterpillar. Mission supplies. Like I said, it's small, but I like it. That's why I say it's my favourite small interior. Obviously, the Mercury, the Carrick have better interiors, but they're bigger, they're better. But for small, like this destroys like the Aurora. I would even say the 300i, the 300 series. No offense to 300 owners out there, you know, your posh origins. I just like this better. Obviously, this is 100% supposed to be a single player ship, because again, there's not much room to maneuver around players inside this thing. But again, there's nothing stopping you using flying it. Your buddy's doing that, and then one of your sloops, etc. There's the. But it just feels like there's so much stuff in here. What's cool about it in such a little area? Okay. We got the Buccaneer, light fighter. Tries to basically a bit of a glass cannon. It can hit above its waist, but it is a bit of a glass cannon. It's got a lot of firepower on her. But again, it's speedy, good at dodging. But again, if you get caught, you're gonna get shredded pretty fast with this thing. But as long as you don't get caught, you're gonna shred them pretty damn fast. I believe, if unless I'm mistaken, some of the. I don't think it has a eject seat. I don't think Drakes do eject seats. So if you get killed with this, you're probably going to die with one of all the other ships. You can normally eject out or get an opportunity to. And very like it's I feel like very bird-like. You know, there's more bird-like ships in the game, but there's still hits that. Okay, we're now moving on to the Vulture. Again, I do like this, but I just want a MISC version personally. This is a single player ship, but again, 2 players work better. Basically, you have the cargo here, you use this, they make the boxes for the salvage, and then I believe what it used to be, it may have changed it, I read something about they did change it, but you used to literally put 1 box there and 1 box in it, I believe. So then you would have to come out, pick it up if you're on your own, place it, you know, come out, place it, then get back, you know, salvage, get up to 2, then come back here. And people found it very annoying. I read something recently, they patched it, that they've made it better, and I'm not sure if they've just let some just pop out on their own now, or if more will build up or something, but they've apparently tried to sort that problem out. Obviously, it's also what made it right, even as a single player ship, to have a second person just back here moving them for you. And also, it's this part, I believe, where you can actually make stuff. See, there's a crafting thing. Like, I've never done this before, and also there's nothing in it to craft, but yeah, there we go, pyro tool. So 15 SCU and 50 recycled material and construction material from the stuff you salvage. Takes 8 seconds to craft a pyro multi-tool. You got the true hole tractor beam attachment, so you can tractor. You're going to do what you need to do. That's for salvaging. You have the canisters for it, so that's attachment to salvage, you know, hand salvage multi-tool, that's the canisters to get the stuff in it. Why is this one empty? Oh, okay, got you. So this is an empty one, so this is where you salvage and put it in. This is a full one, what you can use to help repair your ships and scrapes and damages. Got you. Canister, what's the difference between this? Light. Oh, I did find a few episodes ago, didn't I, that dedicated salvage ground weapon. So it's probably one's for that. So that's probably for like the multi-tool, that's for the big one probably. That's probably what these are for. I was wrong with thinking, because I did say earlier you could do medical too, obviously it's just multi-tools. But I did think you could also do mining on this. It looks like it's just tractor beam and salvage stuff only, isn't it? There's no mining, you can't craft your mining stuff here, and you can't craft your medical stuff, but you can do tractor beams, and of course you can craft, as you can see, the basic multi-tool and the salvage stuff. That's cool. I'm expecting the ship that I I'm expecting the ship that I backed for one of the missed ones where I talked about it a little bit ago. It's the one where we have to refine things. I think up to 5 or 6 things in it. I bet that's got to come with crafting. I could be wrong, but I bet it will have this sort of thing, but it'll be like Pyro Multi-Tool or whatever the other multi-tool's called. Maybe Myth variant. Then it probably have the tractor beam because you need to move the cargo around, and it'll probably have mining attachments. To me, having a repair attachment would make sense too, though, because again, you're still going to repair out there. But it won't have medical and that, and it probably won't have the repair, but it'd be nice if it did. Anyway, and that's the same why they changed it, because it got annoying back here. Because you would, again, imagine this as a one-person driver. Climbs up here, or he'll be climbing down. Or just today, I've moved them, boom, boom, boom. I've just climbed back up here. Oh, I thought that was the way out. I think these are just closets and stuff and things. I go in here, obviously here's my bed, we'll look at it very quickly for you. Little kitchen thing, gravity generator, yada yada. Restroom, so there's a toilet. Lots of drakes do come with them now. And like I said, you would run in here. And while I get in the seat here. So obviously every time you did 2 boxes, you would have to come out of the seat, run to the back, move them 2 boxes, and then come back up here again. Until you got something like 6 or 8 boxes done. Or if you had 2 players, but I think they did something to change that.
Welcome to DefenseCon. While we at Drake Interplanetary celebrate the brave men and women in the UEE Navy,
They're a cool ship.
I think we all know.
As I said, I just want like a MISC version. And of course the salvage things at the front, I guess, it makes it laser. Also, this has another way out, if I can find it. From that side door here. Do I have to be in the seat to access it, or can I just climb out? Here, open door. There we go. And then you can come out here, so while you're in space, while you're in atmosphere, whatever, obviously be careful of your atmosphere. If you needed to check something, you needed to hand salvage, you need to hand repair. As you can see, you need to fix something. You want to get a closer look if your buddy's in there, etc.
DefenseCon's a great opportunity to take a look at the real ships.
Oh, here we have the Corsair. I forgot about that one. That's about a Connie size, so that might be reasonable to look through. Is that the last ship for us today? What the hell are you standing on? Nothing, I think you're standing on him. Corsair is basically they're competitive with a Connie. I believe it has room in the back for like an Ursa vehicle. No room, unless you replace the Ursa and land it, obviously. But the idea is not supposed to be for any. Basically, like the Connie has a snub fighter dedicated spot, then it has a vehicle Ursa dedicated spot. This only has cargo spot that you can have less cargo and have a dedicated vehicle, but it doesn't have a dedicated spot for a ship to fit inside. Doesn't mean you couldn't put a Fury or 2 in here though. As you see, this is cargo and the thingy spot. So in other words, you want to put an Ursa in here, great. You probably got this room left now for cargo, maybe down this line. You want to fill this up with Dragonfly, brilliant. You got no room for cargo now. You want to put a little bike in here, a rock in here. You have less room for cargo. And also what I think is pretty cool, has this little thing here. So you come out here, pew 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 pew, but of course it's Drake, so it's bloody open. Like, to me, that this should be solid so you can defend if you get attacked. But it's Drake, so of course it won't be. That's probably going to be some kind of tractor beam in here or something to move cargo around. Probably engineering. You can see engineering here. Okay, and here is the thingy. We'll go down in a minute. So you have this side here where you obviously... Oh my god, that looks dirty as hell. Basically, that's the docking collar. So you want to grab some guns. You know, grab your armor, EVA suits, whatever. Also, I think the way this looks is for 4 players. And then go out there. My god, doesn't that look awful? Oh, awful in not the game being bad, awful in a way that it's Drake, it's just dirty, it's rusty, it's, you know, that type of awful. Don't think I've seen that side before. I think I've always gone down here and didn't realise you didn't get access that. You got the table like the caterpillar had. There's a bed, you know, put the stuff. Second bed, etc. for clothes. Does this one have one? Yep. There are suits. Third bed, the suits. This is a toilet, I'm assuming. Yep, there's a toilet, the shower. You know, you know. Of course, this Drake is dripping. I believe this is the lift to get outside, so we'll check that in a minute. Okay, there's one of the side turrets, the other turret. This is asymmetrical ship, by the way. You'll probably see that in a second properly when I get in the seat. What are you? Oh, another bed. So what was the 3 in there? So this is 4. So this is obviously for the captain. Oh, this is the one. See, there. See how one of the screws is on the ground? And apparently it still works because it's plugged in. Well, we say that defense gun, I have to take a look at the real ships. And look, because they don't have any like central heating or anything. Look, boom, boom, little fan, keep it cool. So like I said, it's a good ship. Again, I have no use for it because basically to me, I have my Carrack, I have my Freelancer Misk, I have my Mercury. That basically does what this does. So I don't have any use for it in my fleet, but otherwise it's a good ship. SupernovaTiffy, she has a Connie, and she has a Mercury. So again, this role is covered. For a reason why we don't have this ship, even though I do like this ship, this is a cool one. Like the Drakes, they're very rugged. They do what they say in the tin, basically. And it was, I believe this lift takes you to the outside. There's another way in the ship, that's pretty neat. But as you notice, it's levers. Oh, sit sub, mess hall, roof. So I think we're in a mess hall. Like, go to the roof. That's quite cool because a lot of ships don't give you access to the roof. And I say a lot, like the Carrack as I showed does. I think that's really the only one of them in this. Without, you know, coming outside and EVAing to the top. Like a lot of the ships. Like that one gets you in the side, but you can't reach the roof. You can't get in the roof of that baby unless you EVA, and obviously where we are now on gravity. Again, can't get in the roof, can't get in the roof. As you see, a lot of ships don't, and that's just from Drake alone. Oh, that's Dragonfly. It's right in the middle. So we have one last thing to look at. And I missed it when I went past the mules. But this one lets you. For whatever reason, you want to come in and watch a sunset, or you know, you need to fix something. Like, I think that's a cool feature. Like I said, I basically have a version of that because I basically have a version of this in my Carrack. Now we're gonna leave. Voila. Oh god, my thing's gone green 39. I kind of want to F1 and see what it says in a minute if I remember. Like, look at Dragonfly, the last thing, quick. Again, I don't know if it still is, but if you there's a code that every citizen has. I've got one. It should actually be in my YouTube description. When you make account, it has to be a new account. Can I get on this? There we go. Oh, I think I got in the back seat, not the front. Again, this is 2 players. So obviously the idea, I don't know if it's in yet, but I could have a gun now and be shooting, and then the person just drive and can shoot. So it's pretty cool being like 2 players. You can get someone on a ride. Anyway, I was saying, with that code, as long as it's a new account, so you have to go and create a new account, give you the option to put a code in, then you will get something like 5,000 UEC when the game goes live, and you become a referral for whoever's code you use. So if you use mine, it'll be a referral for me. On that, you'll be a potential referral. And then when you buy, I think it's a minimum $40 package, or put $40 into the game minimum, you become a full, obviously, I'll say a full citizen, but you do have to buy a package. Some players have done that mistake. I bought a $110 ship, didn't buy a game package, can't play the game because you got ship but no game. You need to buy a game package. I think there is a point when you get to Congress, you put a 1,000 in, you then game packages that aren't needed. But for normal players, you need to buy a game package. And then you can then CC that one up to the $110 ship, to $200 ship, to $400, whatever you want, when they're in store. But you do need a game package to play. But anyway, assuming you've bought the $40 game package, basically you become a full referral if you use my code to me, then you get added to my account, and then every 2 or 5 or 50 or whatever it is, then I get free in-game stuff for it. And of course, like I said, you get 5,000, and I can't remember if I get 5,000 too or not for it. Something like that. But what I was getting at, hence why I was mentioning this, not only if you want to join, hey, use my code, but more because the Dragonfly there used to be like a well, it's not Hello Kitty, it's like in-game kitty version of a Dragonfly you could get for doing that. I can't remember if it was like 10 subs or 5 subs or something, but I got a feeling they might have stopped it. But basically, one of these Dragonflies you could get by doing if enough people referred to you at one point. I got a feeling that they're like one-off things in the sense that, like, for example, they might suddenly say, oh, get people in the next 2 weeks over INVICTUS, for example, and then you would get a Dragonfly for doing it, and then after that 2-week period you won't get the Dragonfly anymore. It was stuff like that, and they might be, and I think there was like a kitty one at one point, but there is some basic stuff in there, like the I forgot what it's called in my head. There's a VIP area in the game. The only way to access it was to, I believe, when it kickstarted, is to put in for the Wing Commander, what I think was 15,000? I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was 15,000, and you got access to this VIP area. I believe you can still access that VIP area as new players as long as you hit a certain number of referrals. You got to hit them referrals basically to access it. And I'm nowhere near them. I think I've got, like, if I'm not mistaken, 2 referrals on my account that I've actually fully bought the game, and 2 pending. I've been pending since like 2018, 2019 or something. That could become full referrals. And it sucks as well because technically I got Prowsey into the game, I got SupernovaTiffy into the game, I got her sister and her husband into the game. That's 4 people. 3 of them wasn't in it, so none of them count for me. So these 4, if the other 2 would confirm it, would actually make up the 4 that I should have really had anyway. But there's one thing where people are like, oh, YouTubers, they're the ones with all the referrals. I'm like, well, I'm a YouTuber, I've got like 2, well, 4 I guess, because of my channel. Even though 2 of them have never bought into the game. Hopefully one day. Hopefully they're just waiting on the game to launch properly. So in 2 or 3 years it launches officially. Then they'll buy the package. And I get them 2 referrals. But anyway, that being said though, hopefully you enjoyed this. An hour 3 minutes. So next episode I believe will be the last day. And if I'm not mistaken, it'll be just some armors and stuff. So it should take like 5 minutes to look at. Maybe 10. Maybe some stuff to read to make it 20 minutes, and then hopefully we can go up and find the 890 jump and another tour 890 jump, and that's will be my INVICTUS week. Even though it's been over the past 5 or 6 weeks for you on my channel, finished and done with. Then hopefully next episode, fingers crossed, be me and SupernovaTiffy doing Zinifret. And I should probably throw a log off so I don't forget to grab a drink. Did they have any drinks here anyway? Drake come? I got you for those food. This was the back end, wasn't it? It's this one. I'm surprised they didn't have the ironclad holograms, but then I guess they don't really do holograms here, do they? Drake, that's probably why. I think I mentioned enough about it. Basically, you got the cargo variant, then you got the armor variant. Basically. Any food or drink? I'll have to grab it next time when I log back in. Oh yeah, merch. Oh yeah. There's their shirts, by the way, if you want a Drake shirt. And I think they are buyable. And hats. Yep, that is. Yeah, there's no food or drink down here. So after when I log in for the final day, grab some food and drink before we start the episode or during the episode. Anyway, that being said, hope you enjoy. I've been IVATOPIA, you've been awesome. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and see you next time. And watch more on the channel, and help me grow. And again, if you're not in Star Citizen yourself yet, and you want to, again, use the code. Get your 5,000 in-game when the game launches. And obviously, once you bought a package, you get the referral. And eventually that does get me a few weapons and some ships if I get enough. Obviously, I'm nowhere near getting a lot of stuff right now. I think the next one, if I'm not mistaken, is 5. Again, it's something like maybe 2, like you get 1, then it's 2, you get something, then I think it's 5. Again, I can make a mistake, I haven't looked at it for a while. And I think it's something like 10, and it jumps to 20, and 100, and yada yada, etc. Anyway, like, subscribe, see you next time. Have a great Monday. Bye! Okay, just want to say very quickly, this is me doing the edit program. I edited on the 15th of August. The next little bit is me waiting around, eating and that, and I got a conversation from quite a new player. I just listened in, and I thought it'd be quite nice to keep it in to see like genuine interactions. But basically, after this, I was going to do this tour, but I found out I missed it after almost 2 hours looking for it. Anyway, here we go.
What was that? I can't hear you. I might bump my volume.
Yeah, you scared me.
I scared you?
Yeah, like the sonic voice, I think.
You thought I was an NPC for a second?
Yeah.
Gotcha, sorry.
Like I walked past you up in the floor 2 or whatever it was, and then suddenly same character standing next to me talking with me. Like, I got
Well, the walking is so glitchy at times. Like, sometimes when I'm playing with a friend, they'll just like teleport and like be walking in a position.
Yeah, it's fucked. Tied to server FPS and stuff. So it's like,
Are you looking for someone to ride with you? I'm pretty new. This is probably like my 3rd or 4th hour playing. Some guy gave me this armor. If you're asking why I have this shit.
Yeah, looks good.
Like, my gun on my back has no ammo. Like, that's how much of a noob I am.
Do you want to get some ammo for it?
I'd rather, like, sit in the gunner seat or just, like, you, like, teach me the game, if you're familiar.
Yeah, I'd say.
If you don't mind.
Okay, but we can do this in a comfortable way by using Discord or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to Discord, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna invite you to a party, just accept that quickly. Alright, just keep an eye on the chat. I'm gonna be sending my Discord name, so you can add me there.
Cool.
Should be the party chat. Okay, you can see the chat by pressing F12. If it's hidden.
I think I sent it.
Obviously, I didn't catch who they were, so if you actually see this episode, recognise yourself. I just thought it was a genuine interaction with a new player, and again, another Star Citizen helping them. So I thought to include that. Obviously, there's over there. I didn't have time to help or anything myself. Like sometimes I get these on, I just need to get the stuff done for the channel and get off. But it was nice to see, you know, another player who has time to generally just help a brand new person. Like I said, I end up looking for the Idris tour, because they basically, as you heard, went to Discord and went off. And I ended up finding new baggage, if I remember correctly, because again, it's months ago when I did this part, because again, I'm on the editing program right now. A new baggage in somewhere else, and I couldn't find it, and I've come to the conclusion that I waited too long and I missed it, unfortunately. So that's why I decided to just throw this little bit at the end of part 5. I was recording this, I have 3 more episodes roughly to edit. I believe it's Zilly Threat. And a very quick update when you see this one. Again, this is 15th of August, I'm editing this now. At this moment in time, my baby's due as induction. It could happen before then, but the induction thing is going to be on the 22nd. So once these next 3 done, hopefully 3.2, what are we on, 3.1 here? 3.24 will be out. And I haven't had time to jump on and look at Arena Commander Engineering, so I'm hoping when 2.4 comes out, that will still be playing in Arena Commander, but we'll see. Anyway, with that being said, hope you enjoyed this INVICTUS, even though it was a little late going up and all that stuff. I hope you have a great day watching on the channel, and once again, I have no clue who them 2 players were, but thank you for being generally nice to each other and just showing, you know, the kindness of Star Citizen. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, have a great Monday, and see you next time, everyone. Bye!